will hand over the speech.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sure you will. I hope, Gurbaji, if you could ask your neighbors to calm down. Okay, okay. I think that Rahulji have heard you, and we also have heard you. We all have heard you. Thank you very much. I think that time has come. Except the media and the camera people, please stay here. Not your mobile phones, proper professional photographers and the media people to be here. The rest, if you could occupy your own seats, please. And I think that in view of the time, we need to come to the business straight. It's my great honor and a privilege to welcome our leaders. First, I welcome, not in any order, but certainly the most people are here to listen, but I wanted to welcome Mr. Rahul Gandhi ji to this great. Rahul ji, I was saying this is the largest hall in West London. And you can see it's all full. Is a capacity, if you have the seating capacity, it's about 1,000. But now you can see it's more than 1,000 people come here to listen to you today. It's also the reflection that how much Indian Congress is loved here and how much the respect they have for you to come here. So I welcome you on behalf of all the Indians living here, not only as a member of parliament, but also as a son of India, myself, where I was born and brought up. On behalf of that, I welcome you to this afternoon. The other guest, the leader, dear friend, who has contributed to build up the Indian Overseas Congress outside India, Sam brother. I don't think that I need to go into more and more details about him, because every person who has any role to play or has followed the Indian Overseas Congress must have followed Sam on that as well. Samji, welcome once again to this area of mine. I should also say that there was a lot of people who could not get in. And a lot of people gone back because there was a lot of crowd. One of them was very important, my colleague. She could not join in because she has to go, some family affair. Member of Parliament, Seema Malhotra, is her apologies for not joining us, but she has sent the message of that. So, the right time come. proper protocol will come. One other thing I must share here, that we have political Indian Overseas Congress activists, we have the political activists, councillors from London Borough of Ealing, Hounslow, Hillingdon, and if I say East London as well, they have come all the way from there. It's the political councillors, activists in the society. Many MPs will be meeting you tomorrow, Rahulji, but there are other community leaders present here. Mayor of Hounslow and Mayor of Ealing are also present today here to welcome you. But before that, Mr. Rahulji says and contribute to his views. I like to ask, as he has already said, he is like his son, though he is a political leader, President of Indian Overseas Congress, who brought the Indian Overseas Congress back into action. Please welcome Kamal Taliban to say a few words and welcome the great leader.
Thank you, all of you. आपके बिना ये मुमकिन नहीं था. You make it happen. As Vrinder Sharma ji said, this is the biggest hall. कुछ लोग अभी भी बाहर अंदर आने की ट्राई कर रहे हैं, कुछ वापस चले गए. आप सबकी तरफ से मैं दिल की गहराइयों से हमारे ग्रेट लीडर श्री राहुल गांधी जी को वेलकम करता हूं और मेरे ग्रेट अंकल आईटी के किंग, कांग्रेस पार्टी की रीढ़ की हड्डी सैम पिट्रोडा जी, उनका भी वेलकम करता हूं और हमारे बड़े भाई प्रवीण चक्रवर्ती जी एआईसी से राहुल जी के साथ आए हैं. वेलकम एवरीबॉडी. द रीज़न we are here, we wanted to hear great things from our great leader. राहुल जी ने एक बहुत बड़ा उद्यम कीता जिहड़ा कन्याकुमारी तो लैके कश्मीर तक जिहड़ी भारत जोड़ो यात्रा की. I have also joined in 3 states, तेलंगाना में, महाराष्ट्र में और पंजाब में. पंजाब में तो जाना ही था, खुद की धरती है. I have seen people from every single category, चाहे वो टायर पंचर लगाने वाला हो, चाहे वो रिक्शा वाला हो, कोई दुकानदार हो, बस ड्राइवर हो, पूरा भारत. Can you believe there is a thousands of people were walking together, no हिचकिच, no धक्का मुक्की, प्यार से, लव. और राहुल जी को सब लोगों ने मिलके अपनी मुश्किलें बताई और राहुल जी ने उनको दिल से लगा के, अपनी छाती से लगा के पूरे देश की मुश्किलें सुनी. हम सबको पता है, मैं ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लूँगा, हमने राहुल जी को सुनना है. आज हम सबको पता है हमारे देश में क्या हो रहा है. ईडी, ये आईटी के सब, आप आज बोलो कल को ईडी, कल को कुछ बोलो पुलिस केस. मेरे को 5-5, 7-7 घंटे एयरपोर्ट में बिठा के रखते हैं 2-3 बार. कर लो जितना मर्जी तंग. आई यूज्ड टू बी ए इंडियन High Commission guest list as a community leader. Since we did 2018 program, मैं कभी High Commission में गया ही नहीं. They take me out. So घुसने ही नहीं देते. So this is the kind of people they are, and I don't believe I was not born in that kind of India. The India I was been born, love, बड़ों का सत्कार, सब लोगों को साथ लेके चलना, that is a कांग्रेस की सोच, राहुल गांधी की सोच। मैं लास्ट एक लाइन में अपनी बात खत्म करके वीरेंद्र शर्मा जी को माइक वापस करूंगा। ये इंडियन ओवरसीज कांग्रेस के जुझारू लीडर्स, एनआरआईज, जिनका आज़ादी से लेके आज तक हर एक क्षेत्र में सबसे बड़ा योगदान रहा है। मोदी जी, माननीय प्राइम मिनिस्टर जी, होम मिनिस्टर जी, अगर आपने देश को डराने का डिप्लोमा कर रखा है और हम कांग्रेस वर्करों ने राहुल गांधी जी की लीडरशिप में मत डरने की डिग्री कर रखी है। थैंक यू, लव यू।
Thank you, Kamalji. Now I'm going to ask, there will be many speeches, I can assure you that. There will be before Rahulji, it's a bit tough. I'm going to ask, everybody has mentioned, even before Rahulji came on the stage, all the speakers have mentioned. Please welcome Sam Petroda, the great leader of the Indian Overseas Congress, a great family friend and a visionary person. Sam Petroda.
Thank you. Mr. Rahul Gandhi, Mr. Sharma, Kamal, Madhu, dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is indeed a special honor and privilege for me to be with you to celebrate Congress Party and the walk Mr. Rahul Gandhi took in his presence in London. I want to thank all of you for taking time out from your busy schedule to come here. Sorry you had to wait a little longer than you thought. We got stuck in traffic a little bit, so my apology. Kamal has done a great job in organizing this along with his volunteers. So, thank you, Kamal. And I want to thank all your volunteers who worked very hard to get us all together here. I know what it takes, especially on Sunday afternoon, to get 1,000 people together. Each one of you had to sacrifice to come here. I know you are here to listen to Mr. Rahul Gandhi and not to Sam Petroda. But I will take a couple of minutes. One, I remain very concerned about what is happening in India. I remain very concerned because I sincerely believe that the democracy is being attacked. Institutions are captured. Civil society is not allowed to function. And scientific, logical, rational mindset is eroding. I see on a daily basis that the news is all about ED attacking somebody, filing wrong court cases, judiciary saying something that is not acceptable, or going after some little voluntary agency for foreign exchange violation, some irregularity. In the debate you see on Indian TV, which I hardly see, but I see my wife looking at on and off, don't make sense at all. It's a set of arguments, nothing logical, nothing sensible, nothing that makes sense to me. And I worry about India. On one hand, we are talking about being a powerful nation, which will grow at 7-8%, and on the other hand, we find that there are no jobs. Our schools don't have teachers. We talk about Gujarat model of development, and now we know to some extent what it means. So I really worry about all the lies that get propagated in India. And lies get multiplied. over and over again. In that environment, Rahul Gandhi took a great initiative to walk 4,000 kilometers, over 120 days. And with him, thousands of people walked. One video I have, I believe on that video, probably about 50 to 100,000 people walked with him. In harmony, in peace, without stepping over each other, without any discrimination. To me, that's a remarkable accomplishment. To be able to walk 4,000 kilometers, need a body like this and not like that. So I'm proud of his accomplishment. I believe it will make a huge difference in Indian narrative. Narrative we have today is that we want to listen to everybody. We want to treat everyone with respect, dignity. We are concerned about equality, inclusion. We want to listen to the voices of the young who are not employed. And we want to change the existing paradigm. We can't allow all the things that go on in India today for too long. 24 elections are around the corner. Each one of us have a role to play. Each one of us need to convince members in our family, friends, use social media, talk to various people, and convince them that the India's future lies in the idea of India that Congress party has and not someone else. It is going to be difficult because people are already pre-programmed to divide communities, and we need to unite our communities, and that's what the Yatra was all about. So once again, I want to thank you all for coming. I want to thank Rahul Gandhi for taking time from his schedule here to come all the way to Hounslow. I want to thank Kamal and his volunteers for organizing, and we hope you have a good time to listen to Rahul Gandhi about his experiences on Yatra and other things. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Samji, for outlining the purpose of the meeting. As I was saying earlier on, that we have Rahulji walked nearly 4,000 miles and met thousands of people or 100,000 of people. We also have the people here today from Scotland to the south of London, south of England, Bristol, Swindon, and other parts of the country. They are here. So it's not only the West London people, I must admit that. That shows how we can get the people together and how much they want to come together. That is the Indian diaspora's unity in this country. And that's what we wanted to demonstrate. I'm glad that political activists are here. I particularly wanted to thank the Mayor of Hounslow and the Mayor of Ealing for especially coming here today, joining us. I just got the message from my wife to say when Gurvinder is going to speak. I told her that she will have a role to play. Don't worry, because this is the women live as well, women, that how many women are on the speaking. So she was concerned of that why. Gurvinder, you will be there. Not now, later on. We will make sure. Before I don't think that we need any introduction. I'm just looking at what is the next instruction from the President. And yes, I was told that person we are waiting for last nearly 3.5 hours. We wanted to listen to his vision about India. I will be making my speech tomorrow, Rahulji, when we meet in the House of Commons. But today is that my role. Please, I'm not going to make a big background, which you all know it. I don't want to repeat. But I ask you, and my great honor and a privilege, to present to you the great leader of India, Rahul Gandhi.
Sam Petrodaji, Virendra Sharma, Member of Parliament, Kamal Dhaliwalji, other senior leaders who are sitting on the stage, IOC members, brothers and sisters. I can also see some children. So all of you, I'd like to welcome all of you and thank you for coming here today. I believe there are also some people who've not been able to come because the hall is full. So I was asking where do the Indian weddings happen over here? In such a small hall. It's an honor for me to come here and speak to you. I was actually invited to Cambridge University to give a talk there on Indian politics and global politics, which I did, and it was quite a nice atmosphere, nice talk. And I was thinking while I was speaking over there, that it's quite strange that an Indian political leader can give a talk in Cambridge University, Harvard University, but he can't give a talk in India, in a university in India. And the reason is that our government simply does not allow any idea of the opposition, any concept of the opposition to be discussed. Same happens in Parliament House. When there are important things that we need to speak about, demonetization, GST, the fact that the Chinese are sitting inside our territory, when we try to raise these questions, we're not allowed to raise them in the House. It's a fact. It's shameful, but it's true. And this is not the India that all of us are used to. Our country is an open country where we pride ourselves on our intelligence, respect each other's opinions, listen to each other, and that atmosphere has been destroyed. You can see the narrative in the media, and the reason we were forced to walk across India, the Bharat Jodo Yatra, was because all the institutions that protect a democracy, that allow people to speak, that allow an expression of voice, are captured by the BJP. And so we decided that a good way to think about it, a good way to act would be to go directly to the people of India and do what used to be a tradition called the Yatra. Yatra is not just a walk across the country. Many great people in India have gone on a yatra. Of course, the most famous yatra was the one done by the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi. But there have been others. Vivekananda ji apparently walked across the country. My Sikh friends here, Guru Nanak ji walked across the country. Buddha walked across the country. So there's a list of people who have used this idea of the yatra. And the yatra is actually introspection. It is an attempt to understand what is going on in the country, an attempt to listen to people, but also an attempt to understand the voice of the people and express the voice. So it was a wonderful experience for me. I started in Kanyakumari and we went all the way to Kashmir. Thousands of kilometers in the heat, in rain, in the snow. And we got to understand our country in great detail. We spoke to thousands and thousands of people, farmers, little children like you. What's your name? Huh? Sorry? Samrat Singh. So kids like Samrat Singh, we met thousands of them. We met youngsters who are unemployed, asking, the most interesting thing was that the biggest issues in India today are unemployment, price rise, and the violence that Indian women face. That third one is a hidden issue, nobody speaks about it. But when you walk across India and you talk to people, those are the three things that you hear. Most women complaining about the violence that they're facing, the fact that they are worried to walk on the streets of our country, huge amount of unemployment, and price rise, and the concentration of wealth. One or two business people controlling pretty much every business. Everybody knows the name. He's become especially famous lately. You can see a lot of sort of reports about his wealth. So you can see that, and it's at the expense of the Indian people, because when there's no competition in a country, right, and one person is making all the money because of his political connections, the strength of the country, the energy of the country is wasted and weakened. So one of the things that we've been pushing is that we need to allow as many youngsters who want to enter business. We need to support all of them. We need to make sure that the banking system doesn't just work for one or two people, but works for youngsters, for millions of people who want to build a business. So these are the type of things that we discussed on the Yatra. And it was a very good experience. Also, I'd like to thank many of you who walked with us. You came from different parts of the world. You came from England, you came from the United States, from Canada, from Japan. From all over the world, people came and walked with us. So that helped us. You helped us with your support and your energy. So that I'd like to thank all of you for that. So that was the experience of the Yatra. And the interesting thing to me was that what the people of India were saying, unemployment, prices, concentration of wealth, Mr. Adani, it's not in the media at all. In the media we see anger, hatred, violence. Then we see Bollywood, Aishwarya Rai, Salman Khan, cricket. We see all these things, but we don't see the real issues that the people of India are facing. So that was quite a learning experience for me. The other thing that some of the speakers alluded to, we walked for almost 4,000 kilometers. It was a huge effort. 5 or 6 people died while we were walking. One of our members of parliament had a heart attack in Punjab and died. So there was also quite a lot of tragedy taking place. People getting injured, someone falling, breaking an arm or breaking a leg. And in the first 5 or 6 days, I started to ask myself, what is my role in the yatra? What do I have to do? And after thinking about it for a while, I decided that my role was that whoever came into the yatra regardless of whether they were rich or poor, young or old, male or female, I decided that my role would be to make them feel that when they walked inside the room, when they entered the yatra and they came to speak to us, that they should feel that they had come back home. Right? They should get a feeling that they had come back home and they were not speaking to a politician, but they were speaking to their brother, their friend. That was the idea I had, and I told the people who were working with me that, listen, we have to respect every single person who comes, and he has to feel that he has come home. And when he leaves, he must feel that he has left home. That we don't want a political relationship with him. We want an emotional family relationship with him or her. And that is a very powerful thing, because the moment we started to behave like that, the moment we started to say, look, we are going to treat people with respect, immediately the people who were coming started to treat us like family. And you must have seen some of the pictures where it was as if we were meeting our family members. People hugging us, people telling us very emotional things. That was also a very powerful thing in the yatra. And the other thing I noticed was that throughout this walk, people of all religions came, all castes came, all languages came. But there was no anger, no hatred, no violence, no disrespect. And so the yatra was demonstrating to the whole country what the real India is about. What Indian values are, what our religions tell us, what our different languages tell us, what our different cultures tell us, that we are one country with many, many different ideas, and we have the capability of living together harmoniously, without hatred, without anger, without disrespect. And it's when we do that, that we are successful. Right? That was the message of the yatra. And of course, on the other side, we have an ideology of hatred and violence, disrespectful ideology that attacks people because of their ideas. And you must have noticed one thing, and this isn't the nature of the BJP and the RSS. If you noticed a statement of the foreign minister, he said China is much more powerful than us. He said China is much more powerful than us. How can I pick a fight with them? Matlab, at the heart of the ideology is cowardice. अगर वो मुझसे कमजोर है तो मैं अपने 5-10 मित्रों के साथ उसको पीट दूंगा, मगर अगर वो आरएसएस वालों से तगड़ा है तो भी भाग जाते हैं। और सावरकर ने अपनी किताब में लिखा है, अगर आपने पढ़ी हो, जो उनकी किताब है उसमें लिखा कि एक दिन उन्होंने और उनके 5-6 मित्रों ने एक मुसलमान व्यक्ति को पीटा और उस दिन उनको बहुत खुशी हुई। तो देखिए, अगर 5 लोग एक आदमी को पीटते हैं और फिर उनमें से किसी एक व्यक्ति को बड़ी खुशी हो रही है, वो कायरता ही है। अगर लड़ना ही है तो एक व्यक्ति से जाके अकेले लड़ लो, मगर नहीं, 5-10 लोग सावरकर जी के साथ एक व्यक्ति को पीटते हैं। तो इनकी आइडियोलॉजी में यह भी है If someone is stronger, and the foreign minister of the country is saying it. You imagine he's saying China is stronger than us, so we can't fight with them. Achha, the British were stronger than us, so then we should not have fought with them. How would we ever get independence? How would we ever get independence if we had followed the BJP's principle and the RSS principle? That if they're stronger than us, if they're stronger, then we don't fight them out. We would be still ruled by the British. Right? So at the heart of their idea is cowardice. And that's the lesson for everybody, and including the people in India. As you said, डरो मत, डरने की कोई जरूरत नहीं इनसे. Nothing to be scared of. And in fact, the way I look at it, the more they attack me, the better that is for me. Because the more I understand, the more I learn. Right? So this is a fight between courage and cowardice. It's a fight between respect and disrespect. It's a fight between love and hatred. जो मैंने कहा था भारत जोड़ो यात्रा में, नफरत के बाजार में हम मोहब्बत की दुकान खोलने आए हैं. And that is the message that I would leave you. As a community in this country, you have done us all very proud. And of course you have done us proud because you've been successful, because you've made a lot of money, you've developed a lot of businesses. But that's not the real reason you made us proud. The real reason you made us proud is because you respect the people you live with, you respect the different cultures, you respect the fact that you're living in England, you listen to their perspective, you embrace their perspective, you tell them about our perspective, and in that way both groups of people improve and do better. So you have shown in your living here, you have shown what an actual Indian person should be doing. Living peacefully, affectionately, with respect, listening to other people, learning from other people, and also, as a result of our history, as a result of our tradition, teaching other people what we know. So I'd like to end by thanking all of you for making our country proud, by shining, by being a shining example of what it means to be Indian, of being respectful, of being loving and affectionate to everybody around. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, Ms. Gandhi, for such a brilliant speech. Could I ask everybody, please be seated. Please be seated. I ask everyone, please be seated. We won't be for long. May I ask Kamal and Gurvinder to felicitate the leader, Rahul Gandhi.
शेर है आंधी है ये तो राहुल गांधी है शेर है आंधी है ये तो राहुल
Thank you. Could I ask everybody to please stay away from the stage for a few more minutes? I think there will be ample opportunities and Kamaljeet. Now there will be a cake cutting ceremony. Could I ask only 3 people to be there? I'm saying with the